Hi, my name is Lisa Montgomery, writer at herheartforgod.com. Recently, I wrote a short story on the Samaritan woman as we read it in John 4. Jesus had to pass through Samaria to get to where he was going, because this was probably the fastest route. And there he stopped at a well to speak to this Samaritan woman because he was very thirsty. He stopped at the well, and when the woman arrived, he asked her for some water to drink. Now, this is so subversive. See, Jewish men back then would not talk to any Samaritan, let alone a woman. And Jewish men would make it a point not to talk to women outside of their wife at home. So this was so incredible that Jesus was talking with a woman and a Samaritan woman. And as we learned a little later, a woman who has had 5 husbands and lives with a man who's not her husband. So Jesus is speaking with a woman, a Samaritan, and someone seen as an immoral woman. But he has the most amazing conversation with her. It's to her that Jesus first declares plainly that he is the Messiah. And this woman was so impressed by him. She was overjoyed that she went into town, told everyone, and brought them all back. See, the disciples had gone to the town to get some food, and they came back empty-handed. They were with Jesus all the time, and they went out to this town but didn't tell them about Jesus, come see the Messiah. No, they came back empty-handed. They didn't bring anyone with him. This woman, with her single testimony, brought back the whole village so that they could see the Messiah. It's incredible. It's an incredible story. But I often hear in preaching and in other writings by other people describing her as a sinful woman, an immoral woman, because she had been divorced so many times and was living with a man that wasn't her husband. But see, it was very hard for women to get a divorce out of their own initiative at that time. It's very unlikely that this woman asked for those divorces, that she herself initiated those divorces. It's much more likely that it was the men she was married to who divorced her for who knows what reason. Maybe she couldn't have children. That would be tragic, but men would often divorce their wives if they couldn't have children. And the man she was living with now, even though it's not her husband, I wonder what choice she really had in the matter. If a woman was divorced and didn't have a family to go back to, a father or a brother who was willing to take care of her, she would be forced into another marriage or prostitution. So this woman, rather than being a very sinful woman, is a woman who went through a lot of grief, a lot of loss. She was rejected. She was rejected by these men. But Jesus, you see, he didn't reject her. He saw her. He spoke with her. And he told her he was the Messiah. And she was overjoyed. So whereas she was put aside by men who were supposed to take care for her, provide for her, she wasn't provided for by them. And we have this man, Jesus, who's there to provide everything for her. He talks to her about a living water from which, if you drink of it, you will never thirst again. So, whereas she was abandoned by men and not provided for, there's this one man who sees her and will provide for her. And I think that's why she was so amazed by who this man was, and that's why she wanted to go tell the whole village about this man, the Messiah, that she had just met.